My journey with Accenture started in 2014 when I was awarded the scholarship. The first time I encountered the office of Accenture, I didn't have experience of tall buildings, and it was really one of my few times coming into Johannesburg, so it was very scary. I come from a very rural, underdeveloped area, but if there was one thing that really worked for me was my confidence. I walked there as if I was part of the family already, with my confidence on my shoulders, and they welcomed me with such a big smile. Then I received the letter that I was accepted into the program. It was a life-changing moment for me, and I just wanted to only focus on my studies as a graduate. I was then given the opportunity to come and start my career here in technology, and that's where my formal and informal mentorship started.
The Accenture Education Trust has been in existence since the early 2000s, and what we really aim to do is provide educational assistance to young people that, one, have got high potential, so they are really smart. The second one is coming from communities where they are disadvantaged. And then the third one is studying in the fields related to ICT broadly. And Faith joined us when she was doing her second year. She is an orphan, yet she is one of the brightest young people that I've ever seen. The true hero in this story is Faith, because she took the opportunity when it was presented to her, and she just ran with the opportunity.
So I sit in two worlds, which is software engineering and machine learning. I love those two worlds. I now lead an engineering practice in one of the biggest financial institutions in South Africa. I look after software engineers, machine learning engineers, and data engineers, and I'm now a PhD candidate. So the lessons that I learned from the Accenture family, specifically from the scholarship, that it is the place where you feel like you are being heard and you matter. I then made it a goal that is the type of a leader that I want to be to the next person. And I've always told myself that because someone else did it for me, I will do it for the next person.
Accenture is a firm that really assists our clients around using technology to scale and grow their businesses. We really do believe in the promise of technology, but the huge component in enabling that is human ingenuity. Our corporate citizenship program as Accenture is called Skills to Succeed, which is centered around providing unemployed people with the skill to get a job or start their own business. And in South Africa, we've chosen to focus it around youth and really leveraging the promise of technology. So what we do is we train and place unemployed young people into jobs by working with a collaboration of our network NGO partners. In Stanger, we work with RAYO, and they are phenomenal young people. RAYO are embedded in their community where they're not only delivering Accenture corporate citizenship, but also CE3 training. CE3 is an initiative that launched in South Africa in 2015. The promise of CE3 is really anchored around four main components. So it's connectivity in the form of internet connectivity, education, entrepreneurship, and electricity. So catalyzing these four components to create economic activity in the local communities.
The partnership that we have with Accenture is one of the amazing partnerships that we have ever had in this community. The center does not just offer activities on its own wishes. It offers activities based on what is needed by the people. So we're trying to provide skills that would be needed by informal economy. So those are vocational skills, technical skills. So it's not just training and achieving a big number, but it's about training with a practical conversion strategy where we are saying people who have been trained are now being converted into employment. That is why we also have programs like Entrepreneurship Essential. We have a business chamber that is made up of local businesses. So we don't just work with these businesses, but we ensure, number one, that these businesses are sustainable, are viable, and are able to generate income, and also to trigger other employment opportunities. thousands of people are now employed. Thousands of people have been trained. So the role that Accenture is playing in our community is very huge. One of objectives that we have as the Rise Above Youth organization is a vision to avoid surviving through donations. So it is important that the organization finds a strategy to sustain itself. So Sewing Project is one of our initiatives to try and establish a sewing factory in the area, because we've got local schools that are buying uniform in town. So we wanted, one, to sustain ourselves, but secondly, to close this gap between the community and the distance in terms of going to town when they're looking for uniform.
For us, this is a true case of just success, right? Because it's sustainability as well embedded in this program, because they have moved beyond just the dependency on Accenture, but have now been able to secure other opportunities to scale the model that we created together. We truly do believe that even within this huge population of unemployed youth, that there are high potential young people. I often say that talent is dispersed equally, but opportunities aren't. Accenture has got a partnership with Coder Dojo, which is actually with code.org globally. The aim of Coder Dojo is really early exposure, teaching and exposing young people to code and to STEM careers. We've chosen to focus on the population of young people between the age of 7 to 17. And we truly believe in early exposure. And because this is delivered by Accenture people who are relatable and come from communities where they come from, they can see the role models in these relatable people that teach them and meet them at their level.
My name is MJ Musese, and I'm a senior data analyst. The kids that I'm working with come from underprivileged families, and English is not a norm. So I had to structure the curriculum to a point that a random kid can be able to absorb it, utilize it, and be able to learn and grow from it.
I didn't know how to use computers. Well, when they told us about Coder Dojo, I was so excited that I'll learn something new based on coding. They teach us about Scratch. It's more like a game. And HTML, where we can create our own websites, and JavaScript, where you create events. If you love coding and you have a talent in coding, go for it. Don't keep your talent inside you, because you never know when an opportunity can come.
I love working with kids, so that's why I was not only teaching them coding and programming, I'm also teaching them to be people who provide solutions for themselves. The country as it is now, I want to give so much to it. These kids don't have anything. I cannot be sitting here with a skill set that can literally change a person's life. I need to play my role to prepare them. So whatever skill set that I can share with them, whether it's programming, whether it's human skills, whether it's soft skills, whether it's self-confidence, I'm willing to do the work. That's why I love working with kids so much.
As Accenture, we truly do believe in the gender equity agenda. Girl Code is an organization that we're truly proud to back and be associated with, that saw an opportunity and a gap when it comes to female representation, when it comes to the software development space.
The stats have shown we don't have enough women in the tech space. So what we do at Girl Code essentially is changing the status quo by offering digital skills training to young girls and women, and then getting them job opportunities within our tech partners. Girl Code started in 2014. Now we've got 10 employees in total. We've impacted over 80,000 girls throughout the 9 years that we've been doing this. An organization like ours, which is a social enterprise, means that we need funding to run, right? We're not charging our students because they're coming from previously disadvantaged communities. So having partners like Accenture who fund our programs allow us to create that impact.
The course was great. I had a great mentor. I love the practicals because that's when you get to get all tech and whatnot. That was the greatest part about it, and I loved it. I've learned how to differentiate the coding languages because There's quite a lot, and I love doing software and websites, so now I know where to go, what to do, what not to do. A lot of women are not into tech, not because they don't want to, but because the environment doesn't allow them to be. So it's a very great opportunity. It opens up people's mindset that we all equal.
When I actually discovered that women are severely underrepresented, it made me feel like this is now the part that I can play, right? This is my purpose in life, to make sure that we're going out there and we're giving young girls and women opportunities to play their part within the tech space. For me, just being able to live this is honestly a dream. I think about the young girls that wouldn't have otherwise had this opportunity. When I think about that, I'm just so grateful that I'm able to play a small part in shaping the future of this country and the future of young girls.